Okay, so for this video, I'm gonna be making a tier list, and I think I've played enough with all the characters. I've made a build for every character. I played nearly every class. Never mind, I played every class, and so I think I have enough knowledge on all the characters to make a tier list. And so this is gonna put everything to account, like how good these characters are for NPCs, how good they are for bosses, how good they are for PvP. It's gonna be mainly focusing on PvP, I guess, but I'm also gonna take the other things into account. Also, norms, high roller, and how good the classes do base kit, and how good the classes do like with a full kitted build. And so the first class we're gonna be starting off with is Rogue. I think Rogue is actually really strong right now, especially in solos because this is a solo tier list. Rogue is really strong because it has the perks are just insane. Like I mean creep, then the stealth where you could walk while you're and hide, and then dagger mastery and poison weapon. It's really strong. I've seen people play like hybrid strength and magic builds really strong because nobody could like ever catch you because Rogue is one of like the fastest class, if not the fastest. The only thing I think could really catch up to a Rogue is maybe a Druid, but that's it. Rogues are just like kind of crazy right now because if you're going up against like any range characters or any like squishy characters that can't really deal with anyone close range, Rogue just smokes them. Like you could close the range so fast. And that's if they see you. If they don't see you, you could literally creep all the way towards them, and if they're looting or doing something, you're getting like three stabs instant, like three stabs for free. And if they're looting, and then when you get really close, you can use hide. So just to make sure they don't see you, and hide is like insane because they literally see nothing. And then it's really strong, but the thing is that it's not like the best for bosses. It's decent for NPCs, but I think just how like strong it is in PvP, it's so OP. And then like literally with Rogue, you could have someone finish any of the boss fights and just sneak up on them and take all the gear. I've played Rogue for a decent. I didn't. I actually don't like Rogue. I never really wanted to play Rogue because I didn't really like the playstyle. But honestly, playing it is just like very OP right now. And so the next class we're gonna be placing is Druid. I think Druid is the most complicated. I feel like with a good build and a very good items, and this is solo, so don't forget that. Because if it was in duos and trios, I'd definitely put it like a little higher because it's just the heals are insane, and then on top of that, you could just dream fire, and then like chase anyone down with Panther. But solo, like base kit's very weak. I feel like it's not tanky enough, doesn't do enough damage, and like if you're not running like insane like agility or insane strength, Druid really like isn't strong. But I've seen people play with like a full bear build where they have like a lot of PDR. But you gotta understand those builds cost a lot, and so like I feel like I'm gonna base this half on like base kits and half on like not base kits but like starter kits, and then half on like just insane kits because there's a good mix on people playing, and so like a lot of people coming here to watch this tier list are probably new players. They want to see what character is good, and so I feel like Druid. I feel like with a very good kit, definitely A. But with a base kit, it would probably be like C. So I'm gonna like choose the middle ground is gonna be B. So Drew's gonna be at B. I don't know. There are some really good builds out there, but it's just like I don't want to be playing a class that really focuses on having really good items, and so that's why I think Drew kind of deserves to be on B, and especially this is solos. Cleric is one of the most strongest classes right now. Even after the nerfs, I feel like Cleric is just like insane. There's so many builds you could do with it. It like cucks Warlock. Like Warlock's a really good class, but Cleric just literally with one perk, protection from evil, cuts that in 50% of the duration of any like um negative effects. It has a perk that gives him straight up armor rating and magic resistance. Has a 10% physical damage bonus with blunt weapons, and there's just like so many ways to play cleric. Like I made a build with a melee build, and literally with a white kit, I was able to do like 90 damage, and with like a full kit, I was able to do like 150 per hit. So I feel like cleric is really strong. Yeah, and like even if you don't play with spells, you could literally just go judgment and smite, and you still like smoke almost everybody because of like how much damage it does. It slows if you're running the faithfulness perk, I think. It just like Cleric is still really OP. I'd probably put Cleric at S or A depending on the build sometimes. But I think Cleric definitely deserves S. It's been very strong this season. Wizard Wizard's a very weak class. I don't really know what to put this because I feel like I don't want to make you guys upset, but I really don't think it's that strong. Like right now in solos, like Wizard's kind of weak. I think Wizard's like the only C tier for this season. The reason for that is like it's not really fun to play. The NPCs are annoying to take out because you're gonna have to always take like a staff out or just anything to take out the NPCs. And then when you're fighting like people, after fighting them, you have to meditate or anything. You can't deal with any like extra people. So if you take out one guy and you use a lot of spells on them, you're gonna have to like meditate or do something. And if someone's chasing, you really can't do anything. And it's like I don't know. I feel like it's very weak. It's such a like glass cannon, but even then like if you're playing against anyone that's like skilled, and even if you're a skilled wizard, even if you know how to like land your shots like crazy, it's very easy to dodge. The projectiles are so slow you can literally react to them. The only reason why Warlock's like decently good in the like cast spells is because a lot of its spells come out quick, and Wizard it's like they come out very slow. It's very weak right now, and so I think Wizard's definitely C. Fighter, Fighter, I feel like is very balanced. I feel like maybe bottom A or maybe top B, but I don't know. I feel like what it's like. I don't feel like any build is extremely strong. I feel like all these like classes are like very strong against that. I played Rogue and I didn't even have thrust, and I was able to take out a whole PDR kit fighter. But they're definitely strong. I feel like the buff to its sprint is definitely like really good. And I feel like base kit it's strong, and then with a full like build, it's really strong as well. So for that, I think I might put it like maybe bottom A. Okay, so Ranger is definitely the class I play the least, but I did see some like really good builds with it, like people using the longbow build where they just like use multi shot and then they use the rapid shot. But like Rangers, I feel like it's the same thing as like Wizards, but they're like kind of more useful because the shots come out faster. I just feel like a lot of these um builds could catch up to them. Like Druid could catch up to them, a fighter could catch up to them, a rogue could definitely most likely catch up to them, and they just like they're useless, when they're fighting against them in close range. But I feel like if you do like the shotgun shot for Ranger, like if you hit it, then you probably stand a chance. But that's very like not situational, but like you have to land like a move or a skill to win the fight. And if you don't land that skill, you basically lost. And so for that, I might put it at the bottom of B. Like there are some good like Ranger players, but I'm just saying in general, I don't think Ranger is that strong in solos. Barbarian. I feel like Barbarian's been like very strong this season. I feel like for like base kits they're very strong. Full builds they're not as OP, but I feel like a lot of people have been playing with the throwing axe and playing with ankle cutter and just like slowing people down to hit them with their axe. So I don't really know where to put Barbarian. I might put Barbarian on top B or yeah, I haven't played Barbarian like a lot, so Barbarian's weird to me because they did get a nerf to their movement speed when they used I think it was either rage or something else. It was a skill that boosted up its movement speed. It got nerfed. It used to be 12%. I think it got decreased to 9%. And because of that, I feel like Barbarians like have a harder time to catch up. And after like they use their spell, there's so many outplays to Barbarians, and they don't really have anything to really catch up other than like ankle cutter and like throwing a knife. But if the person's like far enough, it's basically useless. I feel like they don't have a lot of flexibility to their kit, so I might put it at the top of B. Yeah, I think that's what it really like it deserves. Top of B. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Warlock's like really strong. I think I would have put Warlock at S, but just because like I feel like these S class classes really like counter Warlock. I can't really put it up there in S, but definitely like Warlock's really strong. Like in base kit, it's not the strongest. Like it's pretty hard to like for the beginner players to play Warlock, but definitely when you get like a full kit, you like know how to play Warlock. It's very like if you have the skill to play Warlock, they become one of the strongest. They're so good at like killing bosses. You could literally take out Cyclops, Cave Troll pretty easily with Warlock and really fast with Warlock. But the thing is, the reason why I wouldn't want to put in an S is because I feel like rogues could definitely like take out a Warlock really quick if they play it correct. And then Clerics with their protection from evil is just a cock block to Warlock. But Warlock, I definitely would maybe put a bottom S, but like because A is feeling kind of empty, I'm gonna put Warlock at A. But yeah, they're like interchangeable. They could be like either top A or bottom S. And then Bard, I definitely like Bard. It's another class where if you have a lot of skill, they're really good, like insanely good. They're so versatile, and all like the musics you could play to buff yourself up, they last for a while. They last for a long time, and they're really good buffs. The weakness flute song is also really good. It's Bard's like one of the strongest classes, especially like when you're doing Cyclops. This is like one of the classes that could I think clear it the fastest. Bard I think is always like a S tier class, but the thing is that it's a bit like hard for newer players. But still, regardless, I think Bard is always on top. So I'm gonna put him at the bottom of S. I think this is a decent tier list. If you guys disagree, please put like what I guess your tier lists are like in the comments down below. Remember, this is opinion based. I've been playing this game for like a couple of weeks, so I don't know like a lot. I haven't been playing like at the highest level. And you guys probably know more about this game than I do. So if there's any like suggestions or any corrections you could do for this tier list, please tell me. But this is generally what I think off the way like I've been playing and like the classes I played because I played most of the classes. This is what I genuinely think is the tier list for this season. If you guys if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching the video.